Perhaps it will never say that we're live. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Oh, mine's
And we're live. Mine did not. So, oh, you know what it was? It's because I put the duck on the left. I moved the duck, and so it moved the count. Hello, we're live. It's bake night. We're pretty close to on time, so I'm going to give people a few minutes to arrive. Oh, go ahead.
When you said the duck, I didn't realize you were talking about the one at the top, and I was like, Megan, that's a turkey.
We got duck on top left. Turkey.
It's also not on the left. Yeah.
It's on the left for me. Is it not
No. The turkey's not on the left.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Birds and directions, very confusing.
Yeah. All right. Say hey in the chat if you're here with us. And also let me know if you are baking the same recipe as me or if you are baking a different recipe, because that's going to determine how in depth I describe what I'm doing. Because I've got Kyra and Emma here and they are baking, but not the same thing. So, but if you are baking the recipe that we have in the description box and that I sent out last week, 2 important things to do right at the top. Your butter needs to be softened, not melted, and definitely not cold. So if you have not softened your butter, now is the time to do that. And also you need crunched up candy canes. My best recommendation for crunching the candy canes is to put them in a big bag and hit them with a cup until they crunch. Because if you hit them with anything with a sharp edge, it'll break through the bag and you'll have candy canes and macroplastics in your cookies. So we'll just get that right at the top. So how's everyone doing? What are you guys baking tonight?
I'm making some ginger molasses cookies. One of my favorites. They're so good.
I impulse bought earlier today a cranberry orange bread mix.
Ooh.
So
I love that flavor combo.
it's like a Walmart brand. Like, we'll see how it is, but I impulse bought it and I don't know when else I'm going to make it. So
Is it like a pumpkin bread texture or does it have to rise?
I think it's a quick bread.
Nice.
Let me grab it from over here. Because it's like just add eggs and water, but it looks like a pumpkin.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. I don't think it has to rise. No. Good. I didn't read this before.
I had to do a little extra reading this time because last year for bake night, I didn't do a pre-bake. I didn't read. I didn't prepare at all. And it was the weirdest tasting cookie I've ever had in my life.
I forgot about the texture of this.
The texture was so unsettling. I didn't do a practice bake this time, but I read the ingredients thoroughly, and I don't think there's anything in here that will make these a weird texture.
I've made something like these before.
Yeah.
Made like cocoons and like snowballs and stuff. Never like a peppermint flavored one, but I made like a traditional one with nuts.
Yeah. So hopefully we're all good there. Check the comments. Hi, Mr. Roro. Hi, Nicole. She said I couldn't find any candy canes today because that's the kind of luck I'm having. So I'm searching my cabinets for peppermints. I'm sure you could also, like Emma was mentioning, replace it with nuts or I'm sure it'd be good even without the peppermint in it.
I think she says in the recipe that you could do like none of it. You could do nuts. You can do like sprinkles. Do all sorts of things. I thought about doing a variation, but I'm doing Christmas cookie boxes to give out to people. And so I'm going to make the dough for these tonight and like freeze it until next weekend. Kyra's cat is on the counter.
He's like far enough away. Like I have a really long counter, so I can't like get him from this side very easily. He'll probably make an appearance on screen at some point tonight once I'm not sitting in this chair. So,
as is his right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you're baking along with us, just a second quick reminder, if you happen to join in the last 35 seconds, you need your butter to be softened and you need your peppermints crunched. So that's where you should begin if you haven't done that already. And if you have, you can beat the butter until it's nice and soft looking. And we're just kind of going to mix everything together. So you'll beat the butter and then you'll add in the powdered sugar. And yeah, it's a really straightforward recipe, which is why I liked it for tonight. This one also has a nice chill period. So we'll get to just chat for a bit in the middle. I fear I've overextended myself baking-wise this week because I am attending a Christmas cookie party over the weekend. And I did agree to bake a cake for work on Tuesday. My headphones. Oh, you're on mute.
Oh, that was me.
I thought that was me.
I was just saying, I feel like in general in December, it's really easy for me to overextend myself in like any and all way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't decided what I'm making for the dessert party this coming weekend.
I'm gonna do gingerbread cookies. So
Yum.
I gotta get started on those on Wednesday probably.
Yeah.
So that I have time to decorate. I'm gonna go on mute for a second while I beat this butter.
I took my butter out a while ago and it still feels kind of hard.
What do you make?
Nicole has sprinkles. Hooray. Joe Catherine said, hi, I had great plans, but all I have is self-rising flour. The cookies sound delicious, though. Just do it with the self-rising flour and see what happens. What could go wrong? They could have the texture of the cookies we had last year. Next up, I'm mixing in the 3/4 cup of powdered sugar. Someone shout if you are following along and need me to slow down, because I can, or you can say, please speed up. This is agonizing, and I will speed up. What are you guys reading right now?
I just started what's it called? Get Real Chloe Torres by Crystal Maldonado, who's kind of an auto-read author for me. So
Nice.
and this seems like a good time of year for like a light YA romance.
Yeah. I have 2 on audiobook. I'm reading Apprentice to the Villain, the Second Assistant to the Villain book. And then an ebook, I'm reading The Service Berry by Robin Wall Kimmerer.
Yes. You're reading Robin Wall Kimmerer. Leah's reading the Moss book, Gathering
I still
Moss.
need to read that one. I really liked Braiding Sweetgrass.
The Moss. I get Braiding Sweetgrass is like the one to read. It's like the big one. I just love the Moss one so much.
It's going to be the next one I read. Yeah, The Service Berry was like available through the library like immediately, and I was like, "What? That's the newest one. What are you people doing?"
Yeah, and it's a quick one.
It's short too. It's only like 130 pages.
Yeah, that one's a really quick read.
Mm-hmm. Oh, like perfect.
Have I said on this
December?
Have I said on the channel how like the day I finished reading The Serviceberry, I was making some banana bread, and it like in the spirit of the book was like, I'm gonna go take this to my friend who lives nearby. And I showed up and she was like out in her garden watering, and she had a serviceberry tree, and she gave me some of the berries.
What?
Have I not talked about that before?
I feel like I vaguely remember you mentioning that you took something to someone, but I don't remember that it was an actual serviceberry.
Yeah, my friend who lives like right like 3 minutes away from me has like an actual serviceberry tree. I didn't even know they grew here, and she like just happened to be in her garden. Was like, "Do you want to try some of these berries?" And I was like, "Yeah, what are they?"
Wow. I am getting close to done with The Bones Beneath My Skin by TJ Klune. It is really fun. I'm really enjoying it. It's got like similar, like there's a child who has something weird about them vibes, like The House in the Cerulean Sea, but it's a different thing, so it doesn't feel repetitive of The House in the Cerulean Sea. And there's like a small romance subplot. And yeah, it's really good so far.
I wouldn't let my cat climb on the counter, so now he's decided to like play with his loudest toy possible. So
I would do the same.
Yeah.
If you didn't let me on the counter.
Yeah. Last night he knocked over the Christmas tree, his annual tradition. Okay, this is like an annual enough thing that I have like my main tree that has nothing breakable on it, and then in a room that he's not allowed in have like my little tree like, ornaments that can break. And it is a little bit my fault because he actually was not even trying to climb the tree this time. He was trying to swat at one of the ornaments, and he got his claw stuck on it. And instead of helping him, I decided to take a video of him. So,
well,
I don't have any regrets though. It's a funny video.
Yeah. Hindsight.
Yeah.
So I've got my butter and sugar beaten together. I did have to once in the middle use a rubber spatula to get it all incorporated better. I didn't have peppermint extract, but I did have mint extract, and I feel like they can't be that different taste-wise to warrant buying a whole other extract. So next you add the extracts. Did you guys see that YouTube did a Wrapped this year? Have they ever done that before?
I don't know if they've ever done it before. I didn't like it. I don't want to remember what I watched on YouTube. I don't know why that's so much more embarrassing than like any other Wrapped.
It felt a lot more intimate than Spotify.
It did.
Although my top one was crochet videos, which Fork found in kitchen seemed kind of obvious.
Mine was like videos of mice and birds that I turn on for my cat. So I guess not real.
For your cat.
Yeah. I guess that's like the equivalent of the people who have like some kids soundtrack. They like just this account is for my child.
Yeah, mine was just crochet videos, ex-Mormon content, and just all of the millennial YouTubers who now just do podcasts, whatever that category is. That was the bulk of it. Mute for a second and mix these. I just gave such a detailed description of how to spoon and level your flour while on mute. So once more with less feeling, most recipes, when they ask you to add flour to the recipe, they'll give you like a weight or cups, and that is because flour, depending on how you scoop it and how tightly you pack it, can be dramatically different weights. So most recipes will expect you to spoon and level the flour. All of Sally's recipes do that. And what that means is you scoop the flour out with a spoon and you drop it into your measuring cup. And then at the end, you take a knife and you just scrape it over the top to get the excess flour off. And that gets it close to a predictable weight. Or I think I said at the top, or you can use the scale, which is what I normally do, but I didn't feel like getting it out today. In the comments, Nicole said, I'm reading Haunting of Payne's Hollow. So far, so good. And I recently finished a nonfiction book about feminist horror from the 1960s to 1980s called Scream With Me. I loved it. 5 stars. Interesting. Gotta look that up.
Yeah.
And hello, Andrew. It's very unsettling to me. YouTube has switched now, so the comments, instead of using the display names that we all picked ages ago, it's using our usernames. So everyone's names are just a little different. So I'm recognizing many of you by photo.
Oh, that is different. Got my bread in the oven, so I'm gonna do a little
Nice.
embroidery. I'm doing a gift for someone.
Wow.
And I don't know if you can see that Liv Moss. Talk about
Amazing. Putting the moss in Christmas.
yes. I have a coworker who like that's like what he's known for is like during our weekly team meetings, he gives like a weekly Taco Bell update, like new menu items.
That's amazing.
So I had to.
So I've just started mixing in the flour for this recipe for anyone following along. I gotta add the salt too. And I believe Sally said that it's gonna look like it's never gonna come together, and then you turn it on high and suddenly it will. So let's find out if she's right. It works. Great news, everyone. Finally, last step, beat in the crushed candy canes. This is the moment of truth where we find out if I accidentally did get plastic in the candy canes. I don't think I did. Nope, we're good. What was y'all's top albums of the year this year?
Mine was Princess of Power by Marina.
Okay.
And I like very definitely hyperfixated on that album. So it did beat out Life of a Showgirl though. So maybe partially more time to listen to it. But
I feel like I listened
Life of a Showgirl was mine.
Oh, go ahead.
It was my number one, but I started my Spotify account in July because we finally like did the family one and split them. So I only had a few months of listening on there. So, you know, it easily went out.
Mine was Audrey Hobart's Who's the Clown, which I think probably won in a landslide. I liked the Life of a Showgirl a lot, but I feel like I only listened to the whole album a few times, like that first week that it came out.
Like I find the last couple of years, it's like when I listen to music, I tend to listen to whole albums. Like I haven't been listening to playlists as much lately.
I'm doing the inverse.
Yeah.
I'm just picking like, oh, I like this one song and this one song only for a month and a half.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like if I'd had like the entire year's data, Carly Rae Jepsen's Emotion might have like come closer to Life of a Showgirl, but since it was only half a year, the album that came out at the end of the year won.
Yeah, that'll do it. I do feel like the album in my heart that I thought was the only one that I thought had a chance of beating Audrey's and then didn't end up being as high as I thought it was Haley Williams' album.
That's a good one.
I love that album and all of the extra songs she's been dropping. Oh, so good.
I was impressed, speaking of end of the year, I was impressed that Everybody Scream showed up in my top 5. I'm like, that's
only been out for like a month that they've been tracking.
I did listen to it a lot. It's really good.
I'm going to put mine in the freezer to chill because I don't feel like waiting 30 minutes in the fridge. So.
Mine is going in the freezer to chill because I am not going to bake it until next weekend. So. I'm going to take next Monday off to like do most of my baking.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I was like, no way I'm going to get it done in a weekend with 2 kids.
Yeah, that seems unlikely. I think I'm going to let that chill for like 15 minutes, which is about how long my oven takes to preheat anyway. So. Be responsible and tidy my workspace too. We're staying in town for Christmas, right, Emily?
Yep.
Nice. Check the comments.
I'll share this cookie recipe in the Discord, but if anyone ever needs to make cookies for a large group of people, this makes an unholy amount of cookie dough. It makes like 50 cookies.
Oh my god.
That's not doubling the recipe. It's just the way the recipe is.
Oh, I wanted to remind everyone too, we are coming up on our hiatus. So we will have one more chat for the year. And then we're going to go on hiatus for a couple of weeks. We'll be back on January the 5th, I believe. It's that like first Sunday of the new year. And that'll be our yearly goals chat, talk about how things are going and what we're hoping to accomplish next year. Also, we'll continue to do the every other week write-ins in 2026. And we're going to be doing another book dissection video. We're going to be talking about Dungeon Crawler Carl. I don't know how much we'll be dissecting it versus just like talking about it. I think Kelly's going to probably lead that one since Dungeon Crawler Carl is her like favorite right now. So if you haven't read that yet, I would definitely recommend getting on that because it is a very long book. Very worth the read, though.
I like how it's 2025 and we still haven't figured out a better vessel to package flour and sugar in.
Yeah.
I just bought new sugar, and it was just like tons of sugar in the shopping bag when I got home. There was like the tiniest hole in it.
I need to get, at my last house, I had like big containers that they would go in. So I need to get some of that. Some more of those.
Right now, I'm refilling my flour and brown sugar containers because I just emptied them.
I'm going to use a silicone baking mat on my pan. I highly recommend getting one of these if you bake more than twice a year, because it's way easier than dealing with parchment paper or with cooking spray, where you just kind of have to hope for the best. Hey, Nicole said, I'm a little behind, but it was hard to mix the sprinkles into that dough. I'm chilling the dough now. Hooray. Andrew said, I've also started listening to albums more in the last couple of years, and now I get entire albums on my Spotify Wrapped playlist. What was your top one, Andrew?
I'm also curious what listening age you guys got.
You got what, Emma?
30.
So you're like exact age almost.
Very close.
Wow.
Very close to my correct age. My spouse got 70 something, or maybe it was just 70.
My 21-year-old brother got 86. I got 22, which also feels kind of embarrassing for some reason.
I got 20, so I'm telling myself it's because I understand the youths.
Yeah.
I too am hip. I was going to ask if anyone's watching anything new, but I'm guessing the answer is no for you, Kyra. So I mostly just want Emma.
I recently finished Superstore.
Ooh,
excellent.
I am watching Pluribus. I still need to watch the most recent episode. I haven't watched that one yet.
I am also behind. I'm watching it very slowly.
Yeah. I just need to watch the most recent one from this past week. And then I am watching Stranger Things. I still have to watch episode 4.
Okay.
It's an hour and a half, so I've not gotten to it yet.
It's long.
Yeah. And I got caught up with High Potential, which I am really enjoying.
Okay. That one's been on my list.
Yeah. I'm watching Survivor weekly.
Okay. Small indie show.
Yeah. Might have heard of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I am finally watching Minx, which I'm really enjoying, and I am sad that they canceled it after 2 seasons. It was one of the Max shows that got canceled with Jake Johnson from New Girl.
Oh yeah.
It's good. It's definitely like a don't watch with your parents kind of show, you know. Because it's like in the 70s, and it's like this young feminist journalist who like wants to start like the first like feminist magazine, and the only person who will take a chance on her is this publisher of like pornographic magazines. So they make the first like women's pornographic magazine. It's really fun.
Excellent.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was one of the victims of Discovery taking over HBO.
And now Netflix is taking over HBO.
Yeah, it's not, right. And it's funny because Minx is on Netflix because it was one of the ones that just got like, it got canceled and deleted from the HBO Max app.
Oh.
So Netflix put it on their app, and now Netflix is buying HBO stuff.
I love this stage of TV we're in.
I do like that David Zaslav will no longer have his hands on the HBO stuff. He's staying on the Discovery side. So he's my only enemy there. So
no, it's Netflix that I'm
But hey,
I'm
Netflix owning it means it's more likely that Harry Potter will get canceled after a season or 2.
Hey.
Because I love just sitting to cancel stuff. The dough is also really good for Minx cookies. That's all.
I assume things have been a little bleak for Max, at least for a while. So my only fear is that we'll lose our weekly drops. I really like weekly drops. But I assume they'll keep them.
I trust nothing.
At least for a while.
It sometimes just feels like the Netflix CEO has such a like dead set vision of what he wants media to be. And like Netflix has done like they'll do 2-part seasons now, but they don't seem to have any interest in moving towards like a weekly drop.
Yeah. Stranger Things is 3 drops this time. They're feeling really wild. But I'm very scared they're gonna make me watch my favorites die on Christmas Day.
They might do that.
And there have been these pictures leaking now of like the actors doing things in like 1980s, like late 80s outfits. And everyone's pretty sure that it's like, oh, they filmed a bunch of fake endings and now they're leaking them, because how in the world would this get leaked otherwise? That way you don't know if the real thing gets leaked. But those have been pretty fun. A child.
Baby doesn't want to sleep.
Why would you? You don't need sleep.
Oh.
What's the plan, dude? Keyboard smash. Log her out. Post in the chat. Oh, Andrew said my listening age was 24, which is 2 years off. My top album was Life of a Showgirl, but my number 2 was Virgin by Lorde. Nice. I'm sorry if I miss comments or I get to them late. It's not giving me a notification that the comments are coming.
Weird.
Usually it gives me a little badge so I know to check it. Let's see. StreamYard dumped a bunch of like Thanksgiving-y backgrounds. Like Thanksgiving Day, it seems like. So I keep hoping we'll get some wintry ones, but not yet. I'm done chilling mine because I'm tired of waiting. So probably my cookies are going to spread out a little, which I've made my peace with. Hell yeah,
I got a lot
bro.
to contribute.
He's like, why are you rushing this?
Pick up the cookies, Megan.
The cookies. That feels pretty chill.
You just like looking at yourself then.
Where are people out at on gift shopping? Mostly done, not even started.
I'm mostly done. Need to do like stocking stuffers and maybe a couple smaller things, but I've got all the big stuff, I think.
Pretty much done for my kid. And I've done nothing for anyone else. My mom has been asking me for a list of things I'd like. Haven't been able to come up with a list. I'm so excited though. So my son has been watching these videos of these little like robots that basically look like modern Furbies. And he doesn't fully realize that I know he's been watching them. So I found like one that was in my budget. So he's going to get a little robot for Christmas and a little Google speaker for his room. So he's going to be very happy this Christmas, I think. What about you, Kyra?
I'm pretty close. I've got a couple people that I still need to get the thing, but at least know what it is. But I want to get them.
How many crafts are you trying to finish before? Are you doing
I
other?
one yesterday. I'm doing this one. Part of me is like, do I feel guilty if I do this for the one coworker and not the other people on my team? But they can get baked goods or something.
There is nothing wrong with letting your coworkers know that you have a favorite, and the rest of them can step up their game if they want
Is
to.
a manager, so for what it's worth.
That's a good favorite to have.
No, they'll get like Christmas candies from me, which is also a pretty sweet gig, but
Sweet, literally.
yeah. Which I guess is also something I do have to make in a fairly short.
Theoretically.
Nicole asked if she can put her dough in the freezer to cut the chill time. Yes, that is what Megan did as well.
I did that. We'll find out in about 10 minutes if I didn't do it long enough, which I certainly did not.
We're going to find out how bad it is.
Worst case scenario, they'll just flatten out a bit.
Yeah. Let's say the hardest thing about this type of cookies, because I've made them before, is figuring out when they're cooked enough. Because you like don't want them to like really get too brown,
Yeah.
but you also don't want them to be undercooked.
See, I have no qualms with them being raw on the inside. I'll eat them anyway.
Just questioning your baking choices again.
Yeah. I was trying to take my AirPods out of my ear. I think I'm gonna have to dip. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that seems. He's ready to party.
Yeah, he's like, no, I don't.
Good luck with that.
Good luck, everyone, with your cookies.
Thank you. And then there were two.
Yeah,
Da, 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 da.
happens sometimes.
Nicole said there are no eggs, so it should be fine to eat a little undercooked. Yeah, technically you shouldn't eat raw flour either, but it
But
hasn't killed
cook
me
enough
yet.
It doesn't take much to cook flour, though, right?
No, not much at all. Oh, I should.
'Cause I feel like I've done like edible cookie dough recipes where you just kind of like toast the flour.
Just barely, yeah.
That's like, it does not take a lot.
I'm going to go out to see Kyra in
Yeah.
what? 2 weeks? Just under 2 weeks. I'm going to fly on a plane, which is a normal thing that lots of people do, and nothing goes wrong.
It's even in this day and age, a very well regulated industry with lots of safety
Indeed.
standards.
And I picked a very safe plane model. I'm very excited. I'm going to eat my way around the state of Utah. The way the Utah God intended it.
It's like Utah's got like two things going for it mostly: the food and the mountains.
Yeah, food and views.
Skill. Yeah.
It used to be kind of cheap to live there, but not anymore.
No. Nope. At some point, we should probably figure out what we want to do while you're here.
Eat and see people.
Yeah, you know, it works for me.
That's the big two.
Megan's going to meet my boyfriend.
Yes,
She'll be the first word nerd to do so.
Yes. I'm going to take notes.
But I expect nothing less. We're back to the part of the year where I like to drink tea.
Ooh.
And I've got this, I kind of forgot I had it until the other day. I found it like in the back of my cabinet, like a caramel shortbread tea.
Oh, I need to get tea. I just remembered. I went back and was picking up some of my stuff, and I found this teacup. It's a cup of stars, just like in the Haunting of Hill House novel. And it's a perfect teacup. So I have to have tea. I don't have a kettle. I'm going to microwave my water for the tea because no Canadians are here to stop me. And then I'm going to have tea.
Do you have like a kind of tea that you're...
I like
Yeah.
green tea at night. I don't have any nice like winter ones right now. I need to get some.
I can show you the kind of nice one that I got at the grocery store lately that I like. So I got this at Walmart.
Oh, I've seen that brand before.
Yeah, it's a mint chocolate black tea.
Okay.
So a little more caffeine.
Yeah, and that's fine. It doesn't really bother me to have.
Yeah.
It might keep me up like an extra hour or something, but
For me, it just kind of self-medicates my ADHD. The other one that I really like is at Trader Joe's. They have, I don't know if this is seasonal. I got it like during fall, but it's a maple espresso black tea.
Okay. Does it have espresso in it, or does it just taste
It does.
espresso-y? Wow.
It does, just a little bit. I was trying to figure out like online how much caffeine it has and got like wildly varying.
Yeah, I really think people are winging it when they say how much caffeine is in things.
Yeah. So I don't yeah, no idea.
A bunch of my coworkers are really into those like energy drinks, and I had one afternoon and I felt like I saw a different dimension. So now I'm sticking to tea. The tea doesn't do much, but those drinks, that kept me up and made me feel things.
I don't know that I've ever felt like I had caffeine keeping me awake because, again, ADHD. But I've definitely had like, I am anxious, and I think the caffeine might be part of that.
Yeah. Oh, Nicole left a couple comments. I also lost a few dollops of butter to the floor while blending. Hope that doesn't matter too much. Sadly, my dog enjoyed it because he was quicker than me. And how many cookies did I make? Need a number to aim for. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I put 15 on my baking mat, and then I had a little bit of dough left over. Probably I made them a little too big. Probably you could aim for 24, and that would cause a more reasonable bake. Or like 20. But I did 15 and just got rid of the rest of the dough because I have to make a cake in one day. So but I am excited for that. I think I'm going to do it. I have these like heart-shaped silicone cake. It's not really a baking tin at that point. It's a silicone baking shape, mold. That's the word I'm looking for. So I think I'm going to make them heart-shaped. It's the 1-year anniversary of the site that I work on going live. So get to celebrate. Do you really not work in SSMS anymore? I don't think I realized that they switched.
Not really. I mean, like I occasionally use it for some things because we're like a little bit between systems now. So like if I have to go grab data from like the older servers, I still use SSMS. But somewhere along the line, like we also integrated with GitHub, and it apparently plays nicer with VS Code.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
Sorry
That's
to
a
everyone
bummer.
who just fell asleep during those 2 sentences.
No, there's a big development for me personally because now the program that I work in has different color themes. So big week.
The one I have to use now does have like a dark blue, like a kind of teal theme that it's not pink and it's not purple, but it's the next best thing after the two options. So I think I'll survive.
It's not nothing.
It's not nothing. This embroidery is going to be so silly. I like it.
As all embroidery should be.
That's part of why this coworker like knows that this is a hobby of mine, and has been like, sometimes I want to learn just to make something like really stupid. So I think I like this. Sir, are you allowed on the counter?
Yes.
Never gonna believe this. Me staring at him didn't make him get down.
What?
Yeah.
I thought
Buddy.
for sure that would work.
I'm gonna spray you. Do you want to at least come here and say hi to the good people of the internet? No.
Cat.
Can ignore that all my tea that I've ever owned and also most of the ingredients are still on my counter. Ooh, the bread is starting to smell really excellent.
The cookies are almost done. You just need to brown a little on the top. Just slightly. Turkey. Turkey view.
Not a duck.
Not a duck. What else can I do? Oh, look, they gave me music. I think we've had music. But now I can also play a heartbeat.
Oh, we might need that for our Telltale Heart book club.
Yeah. This one's called Bounce. Wow. I'm so glad they paywalled all the stuff we liked and gave us that instead. I hope the duck wasn't listening when I said that.
Ooh, Bisexual
This
lighting.
one's nice. Yeah. And isn't that what it's all about?
It really is. I think the cat is trying to work his way to be in front of the camera, but I've got so much junk on my countertop right now that he can't find a path.
How are the cookies going, Nicole? Are you shaping them or are you being more responsible and chilling them for longer? Did you freehand the live moss? Did you trace it?
No, I traced it.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of times when I'm doing something like this, I have certain things that I will like freehand, but this one I found a logo and then like just pulled it up on my desktop that doesn't have like a touch screen.
Oh.
Size I liked and then just traced over it. So
Nice. Do you trace it with like pencil or do you have to use a
I
special?
have, it's in the other room because that's where I was tracing with it. This blue is like a little marker basically, and it washes off with water. So like when I'm done, I'll just like rinse this whole thing and then any extra blue lines will go away.
Okay.
So
Fancy.
yeah. They have other ones that are a little more like chalk that I've seen. I had tried one once and I didn't like it. So I could see like if I was doing like trying to do on like a black fabric or something, you might need to use the chalk one because it would be hard to see the light blue, but
Yeah.
well, here to say hi.
Andrew said, somewhere StreamYard decided these were the important things to leave free, and I want to know what was that meeting like. And Nicole said, I got 17 cookies, and I think the butter I lost to the floor might have been needed because that last one was super dry, but it was just the one. That one will be like a shortbread cookie.
Hey, don't
Really short.
crumbs on the counter.
But he's starving.
Yeah, his food bowl is empty.
He's never eaten in his life.
That's right. Your crimes are being caught on camera. Don't bite me. The internet's gonna know how naughty you are.
He's trying to decide if he cares.
Yeah, that's right.
My dog isn't speaking to me because I gave him a bath.
Ah,
He went and hid somewhere and I haven't seen him for
you're
hours.
both cruel.
Yes. I think my cookies are done. They spread out a bit, but not terribly. So
That's like you wouldn't even know they spread out if you didn't know what they were supposed to look like.
exactly, they just look like cookies. They look like cookies that were made with a leavening agent, which they are not. So I'm gonna let those cool for just a few minutes. I guess I'm supposed to let them cool enough that I can touch them. And what you're supposed to do is, while they're still warm, you roll them in powdered sugar, and then that kind of melts and makes it a little sticky on the outside. And then once they're completely cooled off, you roll them one more time in the powdered sugar, and that's how it gets the fully coated look. try and get them off of this though, so they cool faster. How long does it take you to embroider something like that?
This one's a pretty simple one. Like you can see, I've already got like kind of this bottom corner of the bell done.
Yeah.
So I think this one probably takes me like a couple hours, and I pretty frequently do them like while I'm on the phone with my mom, or I don't watch TV, but sometimes when I do, I do
Yeah.
this. Or like sometimes off camera during boring work meetings. I've started doing them while listening to audiobooks since it's gotten a little like colder and I don't like walking outside as much, which is usually my audiobook time.
Nice.
So yeah, pretty chill. Nicole borrowed a book from the library of witchy cross-stitch patterns, and of course the pattern she likes the best is the hardest pattern.
Of course.
Having a stitching pattern this Christmas, sir. I don't know if anyone else saw that leap up onto the counter.
I saw nothing. He's innocent.
Yeah.
Is the frame that you made earlier this year, is that like the most complex one you've done, Kyra? Or do you have
there is that's probably the most complex one that I've like self-designed. That one I did like design myself and freehand and everything.
Yeah.
I did do one that Des got me for the Word Nerd Secret Santa that was like a kit. It was like a really detailed landscape. And I think that's probably like the hardest one I've done.
Yeah. These cookies are falling apart a little bit, which makes me worry some of them are not cooked enough in the middle. But again, I will eat them anyway. So all right, I've completed my initial coating. This one is the right size, and it actually looks kind of like it's supposed to. No, that's worse. So much worse.
Is that a good place for you to sit?
Yes. I think he could stand to sit even closer.
Yeah. It's fine. I'm not trying to do any tasks or anything.
No.
Oh, did I forget to scratch your head?
Almost unforgivable.
Yeah. Right. Don't fall off the counter, dude. Get your bum off the internet. Who raised you?
Nicole said, it's taking everything in me not to open the oven. Why do I love letting all the heat out of the oven 10 minutes into baking almost anything for the first time? Yeah, I did that. I immediately let all the heat out. They still seem edible. So not to be an enabler on YouTube again. Well, I feel very happy with this. I'm going to wait for these to cool one more time, and then I'll wait for these to cool, and then I'll coat them in powdered sugar one more time. But I think that will probably be a while. But I did eat one of the ones that was falling apart because it is slightly underbaked. And it was delicious. So this is way more successful than last year's cookies. A huge win for the Word Nerds Baking Night community. I know there are a lot of us here. And like I mentioned earlier in the night, we will be back next week to do an end of year wrap up. And we'll be just talking about books, shows, what we liked this year. And yeah, it should be really fun. That will be our last chat of the year. We will take a 2-ish week hiatus after that. 2 weeks. And then we will be back on the 4th, I believe it is. Yeah, hope you all have an amazing night. Nicole, let us know in the Discord or next week if you want how the cookies come out of the oven, because I do unfortunately have to run. But thank you so much for baking with us tonight. This was so fun. It is always good to chat with you all, and we'll see you later.